Many will be talking about the downfall and how bad the world will become because of recent events. The problem is that this problem has been going on for decades, which means the question is now, can it be corrected or has it gone too far?
Man, if I'm being honest, I don't think there's a way to go back from from to where we were at one time. What people consider great, I don't think there's a way to go back to freedom of speech and freedom of religion and freedom of all the things because I don't think any of the freedom really exists anymore.
I think if we do, it would be a hard road.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going to be real hurt up in their feelings over it.
Exposing the strength and vulnerability and shattering the silence around men's mental health. We're two guys creating a space where men can talk, support, and uplift one another. In a world that often misunderstands us, we're here to break the stigma. Join the conversation, empower yourself, and let's redefine what it means to be a man. This is the Untamed Truth Podcast. Tune in, speak out, and let's grow together. All right, I did a writing because I wrote this down. I'm going to read what I wrote.
Yeah, it's going to come off a lot better if he reads it verbatim right off the thing because I've read it a couple times now and it really does kind of embody everything that we feel, and both of us feel the same way basically in this moment of our history. And this is really a big deal.
And I also think like when you write stuff down, a lot of times you get the words that you're actually looking for because sometimes I struggle. You know me,
We
I
both
struggle.
do.
So
I be saying words the wrong way that don't even mean the same
so
thing.
I'm going to read what I wrote, and then I figured we could talk about it.
Yeah.
All right? The world has lost a guy that I would say is a great debater. He was well spoken and debated on topics and had conversations with normal people all over. Because someone did not like what he was saying, shot him in the neck in front of his wife, kids, and other college students.
Thousands.
I didn't agree with everything Charlie Kirk had to say, but I thought the guy was willing to have conversations with others that didn't share in his beliefs.
Yeah, and I mean that's part of just having a conversation. You don't learn things from echo chambers except the same thing that other people learned.
Right now, you have safe spaces, aka echo chambers,
Yep.
where ideas go, echo, become bigger, and never challenged because feelings may get hurt. When anger gets echoed, terms are framed on those that didn't think like you, and now others that don't think the way you do are now evil. Anger echoes anger,
And
which,
that's a fact.
which eventually turns to lashing out violence. Think about it, if someone doesn't agree with you, all you hear is bigot, racist, phobic, fascist, and now their all time biggie is Nazi.
Oh, that's my favorite one. I'm
Once
like,
you
really?
once you were labeled these, they consider you evil. It doesn't matter your opinion. It doesn't matter what you stand for. Echo chambers are very dangerous, no matter what the views are.
It's like that telephone game we played in school. You remember that? Remember how you would start at one side and you'd whisper in the person next to you's ears? A lot of stuff in an echo chamber gets all distorted.
Did you know that when you challenge someone's beliefs, they will double down and do mental gymnastics in order for it to make sense to them, even though that they have been told makes sense to them? That is why when they debate, they have nothing to come back with. It's all mental gymnastics. The real truth is it's a belief and not something based in facts. Think about this. When you vote for president, they vote party lines. Who can talk or articulate better? Who they feel will do a better job.
It's a publicity stunt.
And one that says that they are going to give more to them than the other guy. How people should vote on the candidates' policies that best fit your beliefs. Who has the better track record? If what you are wanting to do fits with what you want to see in America, which policies will benefit the country more? The country, not yourself. But that isn't how it's done. It's all about the feels. Logic goes out the window and everyone only focuses on the feels. I don't blame people. They are programmed by social media with all these apps that operate on feels 24/7. You're bombarded by it day in and day out. I do think more people are talking about the stuff above and much more because Charlie Kirk wasn't a high-powered political guy.
He was just a dude.
He was a normal guy that had a podcast and debated views with others. Now people are thinking, that's me. They're looking at that situation and saying, what if that had been me? Because I don't have the same views as someone else. It is hitting home just how far apart a lot of the nation has become. No one wants civil war, but I've said it before. If we continue down the road that we are on, it will come to pass. Where hundreds of thousands may laugh and post that they're glad that you have been murdered because you said things that they don't agree with. You can look it up, but free speech isn't what it used to be and can't just say anything that you want. Most of the media platforms will squash it where it will never see the light of day if it doesn't follow a certain narrative that they want to drive. Which is sad that after we have fought propaganda for so long in our own country, our media is spitting propaganda and censoring ideas and content. And my final thoughts. I'm not sure that these people realize it or not, but they have become what they despise and hate themselves. It saddens me to see that people would cheer for someone getting murdered and then call for annihilation of his family. This may very well change things in unknown ways. This was me. This was you. A normal person murdered for words spoken. When you realize that it isn't just about the man, but about why he was murdered, that will touch millions. Not only was a political side attacked, but the freedom of speech as well. I wish everyone well. May God have mercy. The world needs it more than ever.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I wrote. That's what
it's I mean it's definitely a sad day. I mean, it's been a couple days since. But I mean, like you said, man, it could have been any of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we get on here and we talk shit about stuff that other people are 100% going to disagree with. Like the last episode we dropped was about Only Fools. There are people out there, obviously, there are people that are 100% invested in keeping up with the Joneses when it comes to that whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, because there's people that are making millions of dollars a month off of $5, $6, $7, $8 subscriptions. So obviously there's going to be a whole different slew of people that don't agree with what we say. That could have been, it could have been us sitting there.
I mean, so what really, I would say it's deeper than politics, and if you talk to people, they want to go straight to gun control. It was on a campus, right?
It was in a gun-free zone.
Yeah, it was in a gun-free zone.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
so make that make sense.
So gun controlling isn't the answer because apparently you had gun control. There weren't supposed to be guns there in the first place.
Yeah.
Then they go to, well,
I fear that someone will take his spot and be worse than he was. Well, that ain't how you look at things.
Well,
Like the
let's
whole
wait. Let's back up a second. So I don't understand. Look, I love Jesus. First off, I cuss a lot, but that's literally what everybody like. I don't I cannot wrap my head, not my hands. I can choke somebody, but I can't wrap my head around people saying he's a racist, he's a fascist, he's a bigot, he's all of these things they say. But no one could show me proof of him being any of those things. All of the things that people are saying they hated him for are based off of snippets. The internet, not just the media, but the internet has done the same shit that the media does and cut little snippets out of things that he said to make him sound these ways. And then they throw it in the echo chamber, and all of these people too lazy to do any work and do some research and actually sit down and watch it.
It's not that they're lazy.
They're just easily persuaded.
No, as soon as they hear it, they don't care. It's this way. This is
don't
how it
care
is.
is lazy to me.
But it's different. There's a difference.
It's insanity is what it is.
It's because they will say, no, I will not look it up because this is how it is. And that's not how it is.
How does that make sense, though?
Because people will double down on anything that goes against their beliefs. As soon as you go against someone's beliefs, whether it's the truth or not, they will double down. And they do it all the time because we're so close-minded.
I guess because I've never been closed-minded, I don't understand it.
Like, that's why I always say be open-minded about things because, like, you never know. Like, anybody can tell you something and maybe your views change. I mean, it happens.
Oh, my views have changed over the years for sure.
I mean, it happens. But when you're so closed off that this is the way it is and that is it, that's why these echo chambers are so dangerous because that's what they do. They get in there and it's just these ideas and that's it. There's nothing else. Like that little snippet, that is it. There's no other context to it. That's how they see this.
Yeah, I'm aware, but that's what I'm getting at. Like these people, they just don't they don't care, I guess, to do the research to find out what the truth is.
I don't agree with everything that he said. I mean, I don't agree with anybody with everything on everything. You know what I'm saying?
No, you can't. No one's going to agree 100% with everybody, like with somebody. You can't. You just can't.
Some things I agreed with him with, some things I didn't. But you watch the whole thing. You listen to the whole thing.
That you know what you agree with.
He has arguments. Yeah. Like if you want to...
Based in facts most of the time.
If you want to go up against somebody that has different views, come at them with what... your side of it. When you only go up there with that's wrong.
Okay, then explain to me why it's wrong.
Well, I don't think it's that way.
Okay, I'm glad you don't think. There's also people walking around out here that think they're cats. So tell me that's not a problem.
So you get what
I get what you're saying.
But that's the argument. Like what? That's not an argument.
No, that's just.
That's just you going, oh, this is my belief.
I blame participation trophies, dude. For sure. That's what I'm putting the blame on. I think that started a lot of it.
Well, I mean, look at your institutions now, all your schools. You were taught not to think.
No, you're taught to learn
whatever's given to you. This is how it is, and there is no ideas. Whenever you start having ideas, what do? Squash them down.
And that's another reason why they've made it a point to cut arts and music out of schools too, so they can furthermore take the creativity away from kids.
Well, they say that's a funding thing, but
bullshit.
But I think
we have a local person in a town across from us who just got burned by a board. I won't say. He was a superintendent of a school system in a town next to us, right? Mm-hmm. He spent $400,000 on travel. Mm-hmm. So the big town that's north of us, mm-hmm. didn't spend half of that.
Oh yeah, we talked about this before, like schools and the funding. Like they get so much funding it ain't even funny, and everybody's like, "We'll throw more money at it," and I'm like, "That ain't the problem."
No, it's not.
I was like, "That ain't the problem."
It's the curriculum, dude. The curriculum's trash.
I was like, you got to fix the problem. You can't just throw money at it. It don't work.
It's like putting a damn Band-Aid on a bullet wound, dude. It's not gonna fix it.
But like I'm saying, like the whole thing about this is, it's not about him,
No,
right?
It's about what he stood for.
It's about not even that. It's about the guy taking him out over what he was saying. Right? And if people are cheering and calling for more of it,
That's how a civil war
who's
starts.
to say that this person's not next, or this person's not next, or maybe the ones that are calling for it, maybe they're next because the other side goes, well, if it's
We're
okay,
tired
if
of
it's
this,
okay,
yeah. If it's okay on their side, it should be okay on our side. It's not okay on any side.
because right now you got because everything keeps going back to political lines. I mean, it gets so old.
It's because it doesn't matter what we do.
So you got the guys that would debate with people, right? Now they're going, I'm done talking.
Yeah.
So when you get to I'm done talking, what happens? What's next? You know, like, we're done talking about this. We're done debating because, one, you showed you don't care. Two, you're not willing to have a conversation. Three, you escalated further.
Yeah, it always comes to violence.
So if we're at this point, where do you go? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. And that's going to be the problem.
So that's the scary part, because if you do nothing, that's scary. If you do something, that's scary.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know
what I'm saying?
You kind of have to go by faith, man. And I mean, I know some people lack it, but I mean, you think that Charlie didn't know that there was a target on him from the jump when he started getting the views and having the sway that he had. You know he knew. But he still did it.
Yes,
we're not breeding humans that, and I
but
say
he
that
was he was having a conversation.
I get that, but people,
Like, I mean,
obviously people don't care about a conversation.
I
They'd
mean,
rather
who would think, like a high profile politician,
Yep.
you know,
happens all the time.
like, we would look at it and be like, okay, well, you know, not that we would be more understanding.
There's always more possibility.
There's more possibility in that happening, right?
Yeah, not just some random guy.
So then we would be like, oh, crap. But there's a disconnect between
someone that famous,
a politician,
yeah,
that's that famous, and the normal guy.
Yeah.
The difference here is he was a normal guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's FUBARD, man.
So
it's an absolute nightmare. And
if you're looking at this surface level and you're not understanding that the attack on the free speech,
and this is a lot bigger than what, than just some crazy, I don't even know if he was left wing. I don't care what he was. Some crazy person, some mentally unstable human decided that the only way to counteract what was being said is to resort to violence. That's the whole.
Well, that, and then it's the reaction behind it that happened with people actually calling out on the
social
to kill more, and that
and celebrating the fact that he was murdered,
and that right there shows a what
how callous the world is.
I mean how much things have changed in the world like how bad it's actually gotten, because like before, everybody they would use other accounts and other stuff.
Now they're doing it right out in the open.
It was right out in the open, and it was blatant.
People getting brave with this ignorant shit.
There was no, I'm going to hide it behind certain words, and I'm going to skate, just as close as I can to not breaking the law.
It's because a lot of people haven't been punched in the mouth for saying something. We come from a different time, and we're not that much older than. Charlie was 31.
I think so.
But the generation that he's talking to at these colleges, they've never, because of their safe spaces, they've never been punched in the mouth for saying what they say. And that, my friend, is part of the problem. If you've ever had your mouth mashed in, then there are certain shit you're not going to say without there being consequences, especially around people around our generation of people. And they say we're millennials, but I'm not a millennial. I'm Gen X. Right on the cusp.
Yeah, they call us a different breed though.
Yeah, we're elder millennials.
Because we're not Gen X.
We're not millennials.
But we're not millennial. We're right.
Yeah. We played outside until dark. We got the internet. Couldn't figure out what the hell it was. And we still called on our landlines at night because we didn't have cell phones. We got beepers eventually.
I didn't have a beeper.
I got a beeper because my parents didn't know where I was at, so they were like, "Give him a beeper."
But I mean, it's a bigger issue than what I think a lot of people are actually seeing.
And it's a big issue for both sides. It's not just left or right or Republican or Democrat.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like as a men's issues. Like this is a men's issue. I mean, it affects women too, but like
it's an everyone issue.
But as a man, I really think you should pay attention to what's going on.
And we're called to protect, man.
And
I mean, you think about it. His wife and kids were there.
Mm-hmm.
His wife and kids were there. And then people are celebrating. They're celebrating the assassination of a human.
Mm-hmm.
And for no other reason.
And in front of everybody.
Yeah, and for no other reason other than someone that had a different viewpoint on different situations than them. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine? All right, so I don't know if did you go to barbershops when you were little with your dad?
No.
Okay, so I used to go to barbershop with my dad when I was little, right? Excuse me. I used to go to a barbershop, and there'd be old timers in there cutting everybody's hair, young, old, whatever. They would be having conversations, and some of these dudes would be a completely different, have a completely different set of morals and values and beliefs than the person cutting their hair, but they would still be able to sit there and have a conversation about stuff.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, I was a registered Democrat for most of my life. The first person I voted for was Barack Obama the first year. Okay. I was so expectant. I was excited. He was charismatic. He was cool. He smoked Marlboro Lights.
So like I was talking about the voting for the president thing.
Yeah.
Right. So I talked about how so like when we're younger, because I remember when we did the thing in social studies, and I was for what was his name? The guy that invented the internet. He said
Al Gore.
Al Gore.
Yeah.
I liked Al Gore at that time.
I did too.
Right. But he was a smooth talker.
He was. Man.
He was a very smooth talker.
And he could lie with the best of them, dude.
But like I was saying on this, like you have to go, and it goes back to how we use feelings to make our decisions.
Yep.
Instead of how we should actually be looking at things and how we should actually be voting. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I use that is because, one, I've done it because, the whole Al Gore thing, like I thought he was amazing.
And now he's an idiot.
And then I was like, then later on you're like, why did I even like that guy? Like,
that's because he was a smooth talker.
Like
my thing.
As soon as he goes, I invented the internet, I was like, huh?
Hell yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Wow.
I was like, I know where the internet came from. Like, no.
You didn't invent the internet, bro.
Like, what? What are
Yeah.
we doing here?
You know, and I don't know. So I was a huge Bill Clinton fan. Like, he was my homie, and this is after the scandal.
Well,
But I was in a different headspace when I was 18.
So, like, Clinton
was
at the time, because I was more Democrat back then. I thought he did a great job.
because the economy was booming,
Right,
dude.
the economy was booming. I was like, I didn't care how many mistresses he has. I was like, you got the economy
And
moving.
That's why I didn't care either.
Yeah, it's like,
but
I don't care.
He signed in the worst trade deal of all time. It will go down in history as the worst trade deal of all time.
So,
And
like,
once I figured that out in college and learned about the trade deal, I was like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
so, and the bad thing is, like, it's all smoke and mirrors, and you don't see what actually happens or understand sometimes until you dig further into things.
And that's the whole thing, the whole
Right.
reason why Trump was a big deal.
And then, like, if you're doing this, like, a lot of people get upset about, like, these bills and everything else passed, and I'm like, chill for a minute. I was like, just chill for a minute. I was like, for one,
Shit. For one, what? Don't mind me. I'm just knocking shit off my table.
for for one, let's see what happens. Because, like, what you're being told isn't always what's happening.
Yeah, because you know how
Right.
many
So, like-
reiterations
so, like-
of that bill goes through before it finalizes.
So, like, you're not getting the whole story just yet, and you're already upset.
You're
Like,
getting what people cherry picked out of it to make a headline.
so
That's
I'm like,
what they're getting.
I'm like, calm down. Let's see what's happening. Let's actually see what's in the bill.
Nobody reads it all the way. Nobody. Did you see?
No, so get this. So, like, when they're doing the bills, this is what gets me, right? So let's say I want to do a bill to clean up the pollution out of our sewage plant over there, right? So
Yuck.
so let's just say that's the bill, right? And
Yep.
this and all this in here is supposed to be
for that,
right?
yeah.
So if you actually read the bill in there will also be, well, the potholes over here,
Need to be fixed. Yeah.
that's going to be in there.
There's so
And
much
then-
shit
and then
added
we're
to
going
it.
then we're going to throw money here over here to this donation thing, and we're going to do this over here, and we're going to throw in tariffs over here. And it's like, what does that have to do anything
So
with the sewer?
nothing. So do you remember
And then
Will you hurry up so I can finish this quote before I forget?
Then when they push it in, right, and then everybody's going to vote on it, they go, well, I don't like this, and let's throw in this. Let's save the horse.
Sweeten the pot.
Let's save the horses because, and then if you save the horses, I'm going to vote for it.
Yeah, sweeten the pot for me.
So then now you got all kinds of crap in there that don't even have anything to do with what the bill is for.
So when Obamacare came out, right? When the healthcare bill,
Oh,
whatever.
I said that was going to be awful.
Okay, and me too. So my professor, who was a naval veteran of like 40 years, right? Super good dude. Super good. Old as dirt, man. But he was just a good, all around, just cool guy, man. We walked into class one day and he goes, "Does anybody know what this is sitting on my desk?" It was a stack of papers this tall.
Yep.
He goes, "Does anybody know what this is? We're going to talk about this today." And I was like, "It's a big ass stack of papers, man. Like that's just a bunch of paper." He goes, "No, this is the bill they're trying to pass for your health care." He goes, "And only 200 pages or anything about healthcare." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Then what is the rest of that shit?" He goes, "Things they're trying to sneak through in the dark."
Yeah, they do it all the time.
And he was like, "Do you think any of these people in Congress have read this whole thing?" I was like, "Hell no. They ain't read that. There ain't no way." He was like, "Exactly." He was like, "And this is why we have so much weird corruption and crazy stuff going through, and why we still have a law against someone walking with an ice cream cone in their back pocket down Main Street.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that still
Yes.
like valid? He was
Yes.
like, yes, it is.
Yes,
He's
it
like,
is.
they never wrote it out. It was added into a bill in the early 50s and it's never been taken out. And now it's still illegal.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
was like,
it's illegal because they used to do that to steal horses.
yeah, I know why, but
well, I'm just saying. So,
yeah.
so that way people,
but I
listening
figured
would
it had
know.
it was gone by now.
No.
When's the last time you seen somebody
dude.
in town with a horse, dude?
No, it's like
a drunk dude one time.
It's like
I
there's
seen.
a state. I forget which state actually has it, but there's one to where if you have more than 6 people in your house without that are barefoot, it's against the law.
What?
Yeah, more than 6 people in your house barefoot.
I'd be going to jail all the time because when I have more than 6 people, we all barefoot or in socks.
But-
Socks
but-
count?
It just says barefoot.
That's stupid as hell. See, but that's the thing. That's the thing I was getting at. There's so much shit, like you were saying, that's snuck in
Mhm.
to get one thing passed. We don't know really what's going on.
Yeah, that's
and
what
95% of the time, they don't know what's going on either.
That's why I say, like, I mean, for one, we got to see what's happening. 2, we actually need to know what's actually in the bills. And whenever they're passing bills, it shouldn't be like a bunch of other stuff. It should be about the bill.
About what they were talking about in the beginning,
Like-
the main just. But it's like they have someone who takes this bill. And all right, do you remember like Mathematics for Dummies? Do you remember those books?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like this bill, whatever it is, bill number 19 for dummies. So they stick it down to little bitty so that these people actually read what's going on in there. And they probably don't even read that shit most of the time.
Well, there's somebody that reads it.
Well, yeah, there's somebody that wrote that dumb
There-
shit too.
I mean, there's somebody that reads it. Just probably not the person that.
Probably not the people that need to be
and,
reading it.
And what they're going to do is they're going to go through and cherry pick. That's what everybody does. They cherry pick.
It's because there's no such thing as bias now. Everybody's either for one side. You're not allowed to be in the middle. There's not a gray area, which is horse shit, because we all live in the gray area. There is no way in hell you can sit here right now and tell me that everything that Donald Trump has done, I know that's who you voted for. It's okay. I voted for him too.
I didn't vote for him.
You didn't vote at all. Okay. I did. But you can't tell me that everything he's done, because I know for damn sure everything he's done, I do not agree with at all. Like there's some real dumb shit that he's done. But I'm not allowed to say that,
Well-
or I'm a leftist. But to the leftist, because I voted for Trump because he morally fit more what I liked, I'm a racist and I'm a bigot and I'm a Nazi. That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's like, kiss my ass, bitch, you don't know me.
So and that's the dangerous. And I mean, that's the dangerous thing about it all.
But having a conversation with somebody about a situation. Okay, so right now, I'll go ahead and tell you something that I'm still waiting on. Where's our no taxes on tips? Where's our no taxes on overtime? Where's that shit at? And it doesn't affect me now. I went blind. I ain't worked in a year. But still,
Well,
where is it at?
Not down that comes.
No, where's it at? I mean, this is one of the big things he ran on. No taxes on tip. No taxes at all. Eventually,
you're blowing my eardrums out. Calm down. a
but
little
you
bit.
turn your shit down because I'm still in yellow.
So the whole thing is, how many politicians actually deliver on what they say they're going to do?
None of them.
So how many
None
things?
of them.
So this is how I look at it. Like, how many things has he done that he actually said he was going to do?
Where them files at though?
Where what files? Who cares about the files?
I do.
Nobody cares about the files.
Everybody
Dude.
cares about the files.
No, they don't.
America cares about the files. Yes, they do.
Do you know they actually polled America, and America said, "I don't give a crap."
Lots of us care about the files.
Like, who
Because here's the
cares?
thing. Why they? And it ain't just on him. It ain't just on Donald Trump. It's on a bunch of different people.
Biden had the files too.
Yep.
He
Why?
didn't release them. Why?
Why? That's what I want to know. Why?
I mean, who cares?
I care. I want to know who gets thrown under the jail.
But if they're politicians in there, they're
Mhm.
not releasing them.
Nope. Or the
I mean,
release
it-
part of them.
No, I mean they won't do that even. I mean I mean just look at the Pelosi thing.
Just swept under the rug. Gone.
Look at the Hunter Biden laptop.
Have you seen him on podcast talking about crack cocaine?
Look at the Hillary Clinton emails.
Swept under the rugs. She's still fine. The highest profile murderer on the planet.
What are some of the Republican ones?
What about the whole January 6th thing? All them got off scot-free.
Well, no, they didn't. There's a bunch of them sitting in jail.
No, well, whatever.
They're still
Don't do dumb shit.
They're still sitting in jail.
They probably deserved it.
January 6th wasn't the worst day in America.
No, hell no.
Sorry.
Absolutely not.
We had Democrats throwing Molotov cocktails at the White House, but they ain't saying anything about that. This was a while back.
I was going to say, damn, I ain't never heard that one.
They were.
Imagine that. Never heard anything about it. When was this?
I mean, what about the cities that were
set
on fire?
The BLM movement.
I mean, that
started by a white dude.
I mean, that was a lot. That was a lot worse than the January 6th.
Oh, absolutely. Look, there's a
come
lot
on.
of things.
I mean, it's like, oh, this was the worst day because it was this party that did it. No, I mean, look at what actually happened. That wasn't that bad. Should it have happened? No, I do not agree with it.
Agree. I 100% agree with you.
Was it the worst? No,
Not even close.
We had cities burning to the ground.
Yeah, looting, all of the stuff.
Normal people, everyday people lost their livelihood.
Mm-hmm. Because some people got upset. Because some people got upset over some bullshit that wasn't even what it was supposed to be.
So, that happened. Charlie Kirk happened.
You didn't see any rioting, did you?
Now, huh?
You didn't see any rioting, did you?
Well, I mean, there's no rioting right now, but I mean, what I'm saying is, you got people upset on this side. This happens. You got people over here that are getting upset. This is happening. They're attacking ideas
instead of trying to fix the damn problem.
And the problem is that is dangerous.
Yeah,
and that's my whole thing. All the other stuff is just accumulates, and they just keep adding fuel to this fire.
Eventually, it's going to get so bad you can't control it.
And I said it in high school. If we keep continuing down the path we keep going,
there's no turning back.
We keep getting more and more separated. We're going to eventually have a civil war.
I mean, it's already started for the most part.
But
it's insanity.
If they could ever come back to the table and actually do things for the country and not themselves, do things to make the country better and not for just themselves, I think we would have a shot.
And I think that's what we expected out of Donald Trump, like the ones that voted for him. I think that's what we expected, and that's what we anticipated, because
they wanted Trump because he's not a politician.
No, but he's
not a politician, and they thought he would be able to do.
And I know he's very good business wise, and I know, oh well, he's filed bankruptcy 8 times. Yeah, out of 3,000 or how many ever? What is it? 300 and some odd businesses, he had to file bankruptcy on 8 of them. Yeah, you're gonna fail at a few things. Get over it. He's still a billionaire.
Which we'll talk about. I have a show that I want us to do later, and
okay,
that'll be part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I just think that we've all been so hopeful for something to get better, and it's like no matter what happens, nothing gets better.
Well, it don't get better because like Trump keeps doing a lot of executive orders, right? So the problem with that is the next guy that comes in
just vetoes them,
just gets rid of all that. So for the past 4 years, he's been building all this, right?
Yeah.
The next guy comes in, well, that 4 years didn't happen. Mm-hmm. And then he does the exact same thing. The next guy comes in and goes, oh, those 4 years didn't happen.
I'm sorry, but I never want to repeat the last 4 years we had. Never, ever, 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 ever. Never want to repeat that.
But it will. Like, that's just part of it.
Oh, no, it's going to get worse.
I mean, that's just part of it. Like, there's so much
division.
Yeah, so much division and everything. Like, it's going to happen. Like if you ever watch, like, the president will be in there for a while, and then they're like, oh, I don't like the president. And then guess what? You switch to the other part. The other party gets in. Well, I didn't like how he did it, so the other party gets in. And it keeps switching back and forth. And as soon as they come in, they wipe out what the other one did. And then, oh, we're doing it this way. Oh, no, I'm wiping that out. We're doing it this way. Well, guess what? For the past 20 years, nothing's changed because we keep wiping out what everyone else has been doing.
Yep.
And nobody looks at, hey, what's good for the country?
They don't care. It's about what's good for their pocketbook or whoever's in the background running all of this shit.
It's all about power.
Because here's the thing. This is supposed to be I just lost the word.
But I don't want to get off too much on the political stuff. I want to.
No, this is not political. What I was going to say is.
But I'm just saying I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Just rein me back if I go.
Yeah.
Too.
What capitalist? This is supposed to be a capitalist country, right?
Right.
It's not.
Huh?
It is not a capitalist country. If you look at the very core of what's going on and why it's went to shit like it has, there are 3 companies that own everything. They've monopolized everything. Everything.
Well, not technically.
Not technically, but you can't get get an edge in on business. You can't fight.
Yeah, you can.
Billion-dollar corporations.
You can have a business. There's plenty of people that start them.
I'm just saying, with the majority of stuff, you think of every major label, anything you know of, it's owned by 3 corporations. 3. Everything.
No, not everything.
Everything major labeled is owned by 3 corporations. Yes. Frito-Lay, who are they owned by?
I don't know who Frito. Like,
exactly.
I
Pepsi,
looked it up.
who are they owned by? That's what I'm getting at. Big companies, traded companies, are all owned by 3 corporations. It's insanity.
Well, who? Like, if you know who?
Monsanto's, BlackRock, and it's not Johnson & Johnson. It's something else. There's the third one I don't remember the name of. But it's literally three different things. What?
Well, you'd have to show it.
I'll show when we get off. I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a pie. There's a bubble graph.
I'm not going there for all this because that's something totally different.
Yeah, I know, but it ain't political. You said pull you back. I'll pull you into something else. We'll go down another rabbit hole.
We're staying on this. We're staying on topic over here. Like what that has to do with what we're talking about. I don't know.
Because we were talking about politics, and then you got me into this, and now I put my tinfoil hat on, and I'm talking about crazy shit. Because I'm talking about what's really running the country in the background, and you don't want to get me started on some conspiracy shit, man.
But we're not going there.
I'm just saying.
We're talking about the dangers here, man.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
We're talking about the dangers of killing ideas.
Well, then you killing my idea just then, bitch. Rein me back in, cuz.
If you would. Like, share, comment. Let us know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.